Under President Trump's new administration, a significant shift in American food policy will take place. Unlike in previous years, food and health regulation is now taking center stage, with the administration setting forth a bold and sometimes controversial vision for reshaping the landscape of food, health products, and dietary policies. At the forefront of this shift is Trump's trusted ally, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who will be tasked with overseeing the Department of Health and Human Services. Kennedy's goal is to make America healthy again by reducing FDA regulation on natural foods and supplements, including raw milk, vitamins, and alternative health therapies. This approach aims to empower Americans with greater access to natural health options and reduce what Kennedy sees as the FDA's excessive reliance on pharmaceutical industry funding. While supporters believe this shift could bring fresh innovation and choices, critics worry it might lower safety standards and transparency. Today on The World of Food, we discuss Donald Trump's plan for food in America. The alliance between President Donald Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is an unexpected partnership that has drawn attention for its potential to reshape American health and food policies. While Trump and Kennedy come from different political backgrounds and families that have historically opposed each other, they share a mutual skepticism of large government agencies and their entanglements with the pharmaceutical industry. This common ground became a foundation for their alliance, with both men frequently criticizing what they see as bureaucratic overreach by organizations like the FDA and CDC. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., known for his longstanding critiques of the vaccine industry and advocacy for alternative health treatments, endorsed Trump after ending his own presidential campaign. He aligned himself with Trump's commitment to drain the swamp, aiming to reduce what they see as regulatory capture within health agencies. As part of this alliance, Trump has appointed Kennedy to a key role in the Department of Health and Human Services, granting him influence over agencies like the FDA, CDC, and NIH. In recent speeches, Kennedy has talked about ending the FDA's war on public health, which he believes includes making sweeping changes in how foods, supplements, and even alternative therapies are regulated. So, what changes could we expect? Here are some of the biggest shifts Kennedy has indicated he'll pursue. First, Kennedy has highlighted that he wants the FDA to regulate natural foods and alternative therapies far less strictly. He has emphasized a need for Americans to have greater freedom in accessing products like raw milk, vitamins, herbal supplements, and other natural health products. He argues that many of these products promote wellness, but face restrictive regulations that make them difficult for consumers to access legally. Currently, raw milk, for example, is largely prohibited due to its association with foodborne illnesses. The FDA has long cited risks of bacterial contamination from unpasteurized products as a reason for these restrictions. However, Kennedy and his supporters believe that American consumers should have the choice to access these natural products, emphasizing personal responsibility over federal oversight. This approach has stirred significant controversy. Supporters argue that reducing restrictions could make health and wellness products more affordable and accessible, offering consumers more freedom to choose the products they believe benefit their well-being. Critics, however, warn that loosening regulations could come with substantial risks to public health. They caution that raw, unpasteurized products like milk can carry pathogens, which pose health risks, especially to vulnerable populations such as young children, the elderly, and immunocompromised individuals. Critics argue that if the FDA is discouraged from regulating these products, consumers could be exposed to potentially unsafe products without the protective oversight the agency currently provides. Another critical aspect of Kennedy's proposed FDA reforms is the agency's funding model. Currently, a significant portion of the FDA's budget, especially for its drug and medical device approval programs, comes from user fees paid by pharmaceutical companies. This arrangement, Kennedy argues, has created a pharma-funded FDA that he believes is too financially reliant on and therefore biased toward the interests of the pharmaceutical industry. He has proposed ending these user fees altogether as part of his broader initiative to make the FDA less dependent on industry funding, which he sees as a form of regulatory capture that compromises the agency's objectivity. However, eliminating these fees would have substantial financial implications. User fees account for a large portion of the FDA's operating budget, and without them, the agency could face severe budget shortfalls. Reduced funding could impact the FDA's ability to perform core functions, such as inspecting food production sites, evaluating food additives, and keeping up with emerging food safety concerns. This loss of resources might lead to regulatory delays, affecting the food industry and potentially increasing costs, as producers wait longer for regulatory approvals. For the public, it could mean potential gaps in food safety oversight, raising the risk of unregulated products on the market and decreasing the agency's ability to respond to public health threats effectively. Another significant area of focus is food labeling. Both Trump and Kennedy have indicated support for clean labeling, but not in the way you might think. Rather than emphasizing stricter regulations, they're looking to reduce the burden on producers when it comes to labeling ingredients, nutritional information, and potential allergens. While some argue that a simpler label system could reduce costs for producers, consumer advocacy groups are concerned that this could lead to less transparency, making it harder for Americans to know exactly what's in their food. President Trump's administration has also shown interest in fast-tracking certain food products and food technologies. This could include areas like lab-grown meat, genetically modified organisms, GMOs, and alternative proteins. Kennedy's focus, however, has been on limiting government interference in the food industry as long as natural health options remain accessible. This vision comes with both risks and opportunities. On one hand, deregulation could boost innovation and bring new products to market faster. But on the other, the FDA's regulatory framework exists to ensure food safety and quality standards. A loosening of these standards could introduce risks, from mislabeled allergens to the spread of foodborne illnesses. Just last week, Kennedy spoke about the FDA's role in promoting public health. He made it clear he wants to eliminate what he calls the FDA suppression of holistic health approaches, covering everything from supplements to foods deemed unsafe by FDA standards. So, what does this mean for you? Essentially, we might be entering a period of great change for what's on grocery store shelves, how foods are labeled, and the types of natural health products we can access. While some may welcome more natural health options, others are wary that these changes might come at the cost of consumer protection and food safety. In the end, Trump's food policy plan, led by RFK Jr., could mean a drastically different FDA, one that is more lenient on natural foods and supplements, and less reliant on pharmaceutical company funding. For American consumers, that means both new opportunities for alternative health options and potential challenges when it comes to safety and transparency. That wraps up today's deep dive into Trump's food policy and what changes might be coming our way. If you want to stay updated on this evolving story and other policy impacts, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon. Thanks for watching.